Well, hi Sagittarius, welcome to Universal Guidance. I've shuffled these cards very well. It is time for your weekly reading. I'm going to shuffle them a few more times. The overall energy of this reading will be in the middle of the first part of a two-part reading. So, Sagittarius, what can you expect? What is coming up for you? The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So the overall energy of your reading is the Wheel of Fortune. That is wonderful. This is the universe. They have control now. They've taken the helm, okay? So it's for your better. And they're doing everything they can. They're whispering in your ear. They're pushing. They're pulling. They're doing whatever they can to move you forward towards your better, towards your fortune. No getting away from it. You may be able to delay it sometimes, but they will have their way, and they're doing it now. They have this reading surrounded. Up here in your highest energy, the Eight of Wands. Communication. Lots of it, back and forth. This is texting, emails, phone calls, something through the airways, video chat. It's right next to the Two of Pentacles. It's about some confusion that you have. You've been like, look at the seas. Look how rocky. Those ships are just bouncing all over the ocean out there. And Pentacles are about security and stability. I feel like there is someone or something, probably someone in your life, that kind of like one day you feel like there's hope and the next day you feel like there's no hope at all. And it's a roller coaster ride as far as moving forward with someone. Well, you're going to have a lot of communication about that. Actually, it's right above the Wheel of Fortune. And so the universe is kind of like whispering in your ear, tugging on you, kicking you in the shins, kind of saying, pick up the phone, you better talk about this, you better, get on this because you can't go on this roller coaster ride. So next to this Two of Pentacles is the Death card. This is the card for Scorpio. So Scorpio might be strong in your chart, might be strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But more importantly, this is about leaving the old behind and moving towards the new. It's like ringing out the old year, ringing in the new year. So, moving forward, leaving the old behind, the confusion, the roller coaster ride, and you're moving forward. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune is helping you to do through all this communication. You're up in your head. This is the Nine of Swords. These are torturous thoughts. And they keep going through your mind and through your mind every time you have quiet moments, when you're laying in bed alone. And these are thoughts of truth and clarity, and they're torturous. This is something else you need to talk about. What is on your mind? Okay? Why do you think you're on this roller coaster? There's a lot that needs to be said in this conversation. But the wheel is helping you. And they're helping you to move past this energy. They're also helping you to move past this energy, the Two of Swords, which is under the Death card. You've been blocking yourself from moving forward. You haven't been wanting to leave this energy behind. So you've been like trying not to deal with it. You don't want to see it. You don't want to deal with it. Well, too bad. When the Wheel of Fortune is here, you can't deny it. Like I say, you can delay it, but it's going to happen. All right? So, your swords of truth and clarity are up. Your heart is crossed. And the blindfold is on. And that's what the Two of Swords is all about. And it's right under that Death card, leaving the old behind, moving forward. No, you don't want to move forward. Moving forward next to the Wheel of Fortune, even if it's for your better, no, I don't want to move forward. But you can't fight it. It's going to happen. The Wheel of Fortune is a much stronger energy than you could ever have, holding those swords up and trying to stay blindfolded to the fact that this conversation has to happen. Under the Nine of Swords. Ah, that energy. I don't like that energy at all. It's one of my least favorite cards. But is the Six of Pentacles. This is something that goes through your head. This is something that you're in your head over. It's being breadcrumbed in this relationship. They throw your scales off balance. It's like you practically have to beg for attention. You know, it's just confusing. It's very confusing. You got the Two of Pentacles up there. You're very confused on why it's like this. I have the Lovers card right next to the Six of Pentacles and under the Wheel of Fortune. This is a divine soulmate energy. There's your guardian angels and spirit guides. I think there's somebody else out there for you. Either that or they're trying to heal this relationship. I need to take out the second part of this reading. But this is the card for Gemini. So Gemini might be strong in your chart someplace or strong in somebody else's chart around this reading. But more importantly, this is your guardian angels and spirit guides. They're connected with the universe here. They're right under the Wheel of Fortune. But I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is trying to bring you to this place of the Lovers. I think there's a divine soulmate, someone you've been lovers with before in another life, out there waiting for you. And as long as you stay in this other energy, I don't know that you could ever reach it. But, you know, you can't argue with the universe. It's like they had to step in. It's like they have. And the Lovers is right next to the Ace of Swords. So that's the truth. That is the clarity, okay? It's all about truth and clarity. And I think that's what this conversation is going to be about. I think it's about accepting the truth and the clarity, actually seeing what's in front of your eyes, what's happening right in front of your eyes. It's like taking off that blindfold and getting all that truth and all that clarity. Now, it sits right next to the Lovers, so there will be truth and clarity associated with this divine soulmate. I need the second half because I'm not sure if this is you're moving away on your own or you're moving away with this other person because of the conversation. Let's see what we have here for Sagittarius. Wow. Huh. Okay, up here in your highest energy, you're moving right towards the Ten of Cups, and it has to do with this divine soulmate. And it's union between two people with lots of love, sunshine and rainbows. There's children dancing. This is like a family situation. This is where you're moving towards. All because of this conversation that's full of honesty and truth. And right next to this, because you're moving away from that energy that isn't serving, that very confusing energy, and you're moving right towards this Ten of Cups. We have the Page of Wands, or of Pentacles here, and so you're looking at the security. You're looking at the stability. It's like trying to look in a crystal ball. And you're wondering, you know, if the love is out there. Is there somebody else out there for you? Or is this relationship going to work out? It's like you pulled one of those pentacles out of the Two of Pentacles, and you're like really taking a hard look at it. Really trying to figure it out. And that is right next to the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, this is looking back, okay? I think that you're going to move forward on your own with this conversation. I think it's because you get so many swords here of truth and clarity, and as you picking them up, these people are fading off into the distance. It's next to the Page of Pentacles. It has something to do with the pentacle. It's not being grounded. This is not a grounded relationship up here at all. that we're talking about. It is very tipsy-turvy. It's a roller coaster ride. So you're getting your truth and your clarity. You're moving towards the 10 of Cups. And then I have the Magician under the 10 of Cups. I think you're manifesting. I think you're manifesting what you really want to happen. See, by blocking not taking care of this, by blocking not having that conversation, and by blocking not, moving forward and leaving the old behind, you've been delaying manifesting what you really want in your life. And I think that's why the universe got involved here. You have, first off, you have the infinity symbol. The infinity symbol is intuition and knowing. Did you know you have high intuition? Stop blocking them. Pay attention to your intuition. You have a giant cup of love. You have pentacle for security and stability. You have a wand for fresh starts and new beginnings and passion. And you also have a sword of truth and clarity. It's that truth and clarity that's going to help you to move forward. The Magician manifests. And I think it's manifesting a whole new life cycle for you. But you're doing it on your own with the help of the universe. It's right next to the 3 of Wands. This is what I call the waiting, watching, and wondering card. Holding on to a staff. Remember, you do have a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. But here you are, you're alone, on your own. Looking out there over the ocean, there's 3 ships. 1, 2, 3. One of them is your ship coming in. So you've been blocking the ship from coming in because you haven't been wanting to deal with the fallout from moving forward from this relationship that is not serving you. Next to the 3 of Wands, your ship coming in, which you'll be able to manifest once you have this conversation and you start to move on your own, is the Strength card. Now, I do want to point out that if this is sounding like you're reading, it probably is. If it doesn't sound like you're reading, it probably is not. So if it does not, then I would check your moon sign. Your moon sign is your emotional side. That's the sign that I can refer you to. So I have the Strength card. Look, the infinity symbol, right on the other side of the 3 of Wands, waiting for your ship to come in. You're manifesting your ship to come in by letting the universe help guide you forward. You're going to find the strength and the courage to do what you have to do now. So that is totally opposite of the 2 of Swords. You are going to find the strength and the courage. And you know in your head, you know in your heart that this is something you have to do for you. If you ever want to reach the 10 of Cups, if you ever want a divine soulmate in your life. So under the Magician, I have the 7 of Cups. Now look at, there's a big difference between the cup the Magician has, which is your energy, and the cups of the 7 of Cups. These are poor choices in love. Everybody makes them. They all have something else in them. And so there's no room for love. And it causes confusion. And that's part of your confusion up here. And the truth is, because it's close to the Ace of Swords, is you're confused about love. You're confused about what it's supposed to look like or feel like. How do you know? How do you know? Because when relationships start falling apart, it just kind of, to some people, it deflates you in such a way that you're almost afraid to try another relationship. So the confusion is there. But don't be confused, Follow your instincts. Follow your intuition. The Magician is pointing right at the 2 of Wands. There you are, on your own, hanging on to that staff of new, fresh starts, new beginnings. You're holding a whole new life cycle in your hands. That's the wheel turning, trying to push you, trying to get you to move forward into a whole new life cycle. It's waiting for you out there. You're not moving yet. You're just standing there. But you're very much aware that that you have these options. And you now, as I go further in this reading, you're ready. You're ready to move forward. You're ready for a fresh start and a new beginning, a whole new life cycle. You just not quite sure. You're just not moving yet in this card. You're not quite sure which way to go. Right on the other side of this Two of Wands and under the Strength card, knowing what you have to do and finding the courage and the strength to do it. Did I tell you that was a card for Leo? I think I did. Leo could be strong in your chart or in somebody else's chart around this reading. I have the Hierophant right here, right next to you with your staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, holding on to a new world, a whole new life cycle, wondering which way to go. We have the Ten of Cups up here. That's beautiful. You're heading right toward it. Also, under the Strength card, you are heading towards a committed relationship, not only love, and that's a lot of love with this Ten of Cups. So not only love and union, this is very spiritual, the Hierophant. This is about marriage and commitment. This is the card for Taurus. Taurus might be strong in your chart someplace or around this reading in somebody else's chart someplace. So it looks like you got to stop blocking. That's what that's what this reading's about. The universe is trying to get you to stop blocking moving out of a situation here that is really not serving you, and it's causing you this Nine of Swords type energy where you're up in your head, and you're very confused about the love. But I think that you really, from looking at this reading, I see you moving forward on your own, but I also see you moving forward right towards what you've been wanting, and you're going to end up manifesting it. I'm taking out one more card, the Judgment card. Oh gosh, this is why you've been in this energy, okay? It's been a spiritual lesson. This is your guardian angels and spirit guides again. I mean, they're blowing the horn down on you. They're trying to get you to wake up, to awaken to what's going on around you. Stop blocking, stop, wearing that blindfold so that you know what you need to do for yourself, for your life, for your better. We have a divine soulmate relationship waiting for you down here. And so you need to move forward. You need to head towards that Ten of Cups. But you need to learn your spiritual lesson. And your spiritual lesson to me is to see things how they are. It's like, don't be afraid to follow your intuition. I have two cards about your intuition. And I think you've been blocking your own intuition on this matter. And I think you need to learn to trust yourself more and to follow your heart and go ahead and don't be afraid. Go out with courage, go out with strength, and find your way through life. And you will find your way to the Ten of Cups and a divine soulmate here. And it looks like a committed relationship with the soulmate down here. So, wow, Sagittarius, this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance.